everyone, episode 179. I had George, Andrew and Con down, and it was a bit all over the shop until we sort of calmed down. We did a lot of reminiscing, talked about what it was like, growing up in the 80s, clubbing in the 80s, contrast of generations. We touched on AI music, gave the guys a bit of a lesson on how the stuff's created, and just compared some to, what we consider art and fake. I really don't remember what else we talked about for the rest of the episode. We did this about a week ago. Because there were 4 people in, setup was a bit stuffed up, and editing is going to take a bit of time. Bear with the episode. The audio is a bit all over the shop, but still worth a listen. All the regular stuff. Smash the like button. Smash the subscribe, follow, wherever you're following it on, whether it's in YouTube, Spotify, Instagram, all that sort of stuff. And really appreciate you guys listening. Enjoy.
There are improvement works ahead, so this train will terminate at the next station.
Fake news, folks. Fake news.
Take me outside, how about that?
Are you Muslim?
He should have been slapped as a child.
He's the Curly of the Three Stooges.
Yeah, but Curly. Yeah. So you need him. You don't need him, but it'd be different with it. You need him there. Yeah. Who'd you like out of all the Stooges? Who are your favourites? Because hang on.
Brought something.
Wait, there were Larry, Mo, Curly, and then you had Shemp.
Yeah.
Or was it Shemp first and then...
Shemp was later.
He was.
I think Shemp was later, yeah.
I think I like Shemp the best, man.
Yeah, I did.
You're talking about it when they were actually, they were part of our childhood. They were never fucking part of our childhood.
They were?
No, never, man.
Okay.
They finished up at what year?
Something doesn't need to be created in your era to be appreciated.
I understand that.
He's uncultured, man.
Yeah.
Uncultured. Here we go.
Uncouth.
Who knows? Go and grab the CDs. Give yourself half a day. Watch it. And you'll be cultured.
Yeah.
You never watched Three Stooges?
Never, man. I know who they are.
You need to give it a go. Trust me.
Because that era of slapstick and
even Laurel and Hardy and all of those. But
Abbott
for
and
me,
Costello.
politically incorrect, and then you go a little bit further forward, and you've got
that's
smart.
obviously something we miss.
No, that's it. Malaka, he's not wrong.
I know he's not wrong. That's what I'm saying. I'm actually agreeing with him.
When you went to the video store when you were a kid, didn't you ever just see them there and say, I should borrow them?
Yeah, I'm going to go look at the Three Stooges or Rambo 3 and fucking...
How many times are you going to watch Rambo 3?
And fucking, Pet Detective and whatnot.
I get what you're saying, but sometimes you feel like, I want to laugh my chops off, and...
I watched Rambo 3. I still watched the Three Stooges.
Yeah.
Mate, if I want to watch something old school, watch, what's his name again? Froghorn Leghorn from Looney Tunes.
Yeah, great, boy. No, they're great too. But
the fucking paddle.
Do yourself a favour, set aside some time and watch at least a couple episodes of the Three Stooges.
Correct.
You don't have to watch them all. Watch a couple.
Even Get Smart.
And then we could talk about
Get Smart I watched.
And then we could talk about next time.
My old man used to smash that, man. He used to, I think it was honestly between 5 and 6 on a Saturday. Get Smart. You can hear it blaring from these old school CRT.
Hang on, man. Wait a second. Did you ever watch Abbott and Costello?
No.
What about Jerry Lewis and Dean Martin?
No.
Oh my
What's
God.
wrong with you?
What do you mean, what's wrong with me?
Malaka, we're the same age. Yeah, exactly.
The Greeks are
Bro, I'm a millennial.
You're a Malaka.
End of story.
You're a metrosexual before you're a millennial.
That's it. One of the nights we're going to do at my place is going to be Three Stooges night plus potential others of that era.
Weren't you even curious just to find out? All the
I've got some CDs.
I think
CDs. Hang on, you're calling them CDs or DVDs, right?
I think I've even got a DVD that we had bought for my dad, which obviously he doesn't use now, because my dad loved the Three Stooges.
Yeah, so did mine.
So I think that DVD's floating around my house or my brother's.
Man, religiously, my dad, all mothers do have them. Remember that one?
Yeah.
That's 60s or 70s? 70s?
No, it was 80s.
No.
Early 80s.
Some mothers do it.
I think that was 70s.
Late 70s, early 80s.
Yeah.
I think.
Mr. Bean.
Mr. Bean was 90s.
No.
Hang on, wait. See, this is what... This is what I find
But
troubling.
that's what I'm saying. That's what my old man
This
used
is
to
what I find troubling.
You obviously your old man watched it from obviously back in the day, right? Like, I mean, your old man
Yeah,
used
but
to
I
watch
turned
it.
up at the house one day. I was at the video store and I just turned up with like tapes. We used to watch Abbott and Costello and Dean and Martin, but Dean and Martin,
Dean
Lewis.
Martin.
Yeah, Martin
Yeah.
Lewis.
Martin Lewis, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, every comedian you just named all got their first influences from the Three Stooges.
Yeah, but
They were peak slapstick. Who's done slapstick like that? Jim Carrey, maybe.
so I guess
his early
stuff.
Yes. Ace Ventura.
See,
and all
obviously,
that, yeah.
everyone
Natural
else's
camp.
parents are more anglicised, but my parents would be like, literally, they came and they never watched that shit. Like, they never.
More anglicised. Mine came straight off a ship. Do you get it?
His parents were born in the 1800s.
Are you for real?
He's still wearing the same shoes from then.
My folks migrated in the early 50s.
In my
Malacca.
village.
In my
Exactly.
village.
Yet, they would watch all this stuff religiously.
Oh, my God.
Do you get it?
Mate, his parents are like literally. I think they were born in like the late 1800s, but.
No, that was George.
You're fucked. Like, seriously.
Shit.
I'm actually surprised. I thought you would have been into Three Stooges.
No, look, I can see, like, don't get me wrong, I've never watched a full episode, but I've seen, snippets of it.
Oh, my
Yeah.
God.
On,
He needs to.
Yeah.
He needs
That's
it.
it. Done deal.
What did he?
I'm going to set it up at my house. We're going to have a Stooges night.
You
That's
want to? It was like art, man. Like, it was so choreographed. You know what I mean? Like, they take smashes to the face. It was like wrestling, man. Dude, wrestling. You can't be into pro wrestling and not be into the Three Stooges.
Do you remember, there was one episode you remember with the pies, with the mavro, when he's looking at the pies. And he's looking.
The old, he does something, he goes to hit him, he turns around, hits the other guy. They just choreograph that shit
Yeah.
to the hill.
It is hilarious.
I just remember one episode, they had signed up for like a tailor service, like they were going to be tailors or something. And I remember Mo was going off at them. I'm pretty sure it was a Shemp. And it's just like, slacks, you need a slacks, bang, just slaps him. And just the constant back and forth, man. Like, it was just,
But you know, when you see Mo grabbing Larry's hair and ripping it out,
Just go on. Did you ever watch the Marx Brothers, Groucho Marx and all that?
nah, man.
Well, that's
Part of it.
That's all part of it as well. That's part of
who
the
was
lineage.
first?
The Marx Brothers, I think, were first.
just
Yeah, I think so.
That would have been the same decade, but Chaplin would have beaten them all out, but
Yes, Charlie Chaplin. Actually,
So
that's
hang on.
all- and what about what's his name?
I know who you're talking about.
The original, the one he.
Buster.
That's the one, Buster Keaton.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Buster Keaton, Charlie Chaplin, they're the two that basically started it all.
They were pre audio.
Yeah, talkies.
Yeah,
that's
they were
right.
talkies. Oh, yeah, pull the thing, yeah, and
Yeah.
point it at you.
Yeah, make love to it.
Obviously, you're experienced.
Buster Keaton and Charlie Chaplin obviously
Yeah.
kicked it off, and then you got Marx Brothers, Stooges, and so on. Then
Who was
goes from there.
first? Buster Keaton?
I can't remember, to be honest. It might have been Buster Keaton.
So are you saying like the Three Stooges pretty much? I mean, was there anything similar to it after the Three Stooges?
Three Stooges.
After that, like, I mean, was there any like next generational kind of?
There was a lot of flow on in terms of slapstick.
Abbott and Costello came after them, didn't it?
Well,
But that
It's
drive,
not that long after them.
No, but that's sort of as it starts progressing, you know. And you got, like you mentioned, Dean Martin and Jerry
Yeah.
Lewis, Bob Hope, even, and Bing Crosby.
Yeah.
And so on, you know.
Yeah, but then all the comedians that came out in that era in the 70s and 80s were all influenced from them. Like Steve Martin. You ever watch Steve Martin's stand-up?
Oh, shit, yeah.
He was slapstick. He used to have that arrow through his head. And just,
hilarious.
yeah, his slapstick was
Mate,
his stand-up.
Dirty Rotten Scoundrels.
Yeah,
you know what the funny thing is? I actually watched that for the first time last
Dirty
year.
Rotten Scoundrels?
Last year was the first time I
How
watched
good
that.
is it?
It's a great film.
Yeah.
Dirty Rotten Scoundrels has the honour of being one of maybe 5 movies that I watched at the theatre room in my old building. I actually set aside
Oh, no
time. I
shit.
booked it on a random day and watched it, man.
And planes Was
Trains,
Automobiles, that's another ripper one.
all that stuff, which is great. Their influences, all these guys that we're talking about.
Well, they obviously come from somewhere.
Flying high.
Oh, Kala,
Flying High was the start of the spoof movies. Yeah, which is like from that you got Hot Shots and Naked Gun. It was all over.
Half-Baked. Was it Half-Baked another
Yeah,
one?
Blazing Saddles and
Again,
They're coming straight for us.
Blazing Saddles, but then you just said it. That was a Mel Brooks movie.
Yeah.
Right? And Blazing Saddles, Mel Brooks wrote Get Smart.
Oh, Spaceballs? Far out. What another great
they're all
film.
Mel Brooks.
Yeah, that's the new era.
History of the
Great.
That's
World
where
War
all all the
History.
Yeah.
Oh, what a classic.
Man, the best. I rewatched it after part 2 came out like a year ago. I panned it. I'm not going to bother watching it.
Kentucky Fried Movie.
From Spaceballs, comb the deserts. Literally combing.
You found anything? We ain't found shit.
We haven't found shit.
Yeah, I rewatched Spaceballs about a month or two ago. But that's Mel Brooks, man. And that was a whole different era of like slapstick / satire / all that sort of shit.
He's
You
an
know what I mean?
asshole. Who's not an asshole?
Major asshole.
We're in a room full of assholes. Far out, man. I mean, they can try, but they can never go back to.
It's a different era
It's a
because
totally
political
different era.
correctness has come.
Yeah.
You can't. The whole point of these movies was to make fun of everything and anything.
Take the piss.
Yeah. They literally.
But that's what it is, isn't it? Taking a piss. But now you're too scared to take the piss.
You
But
can't.
anyway, it just seemed like we're just.
No, you can't.
beating
It's,
it.
it's sanitized. You can't.
I still can't get over the Three Stooges thing, man.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
actually shocked.
As I said, it's not like I don't know what it is. I never watched the full episode.
But,
you
yeah.
know?
Put it on your small tablet there.
What have you got
To
there,
do-
man?
That's not fucked.
This thing-
He bought his dining table with him.
You see this
You
thing?
guys need to look up some
He
stuff.
bought his
man.
dining
You know?
Yeah, dude.
No.
You know this can do the same thing, right?
Yeah, hang on, dude.
dude.
My eyesight's not like what it used to be.
Once upon a time, he and I.
Take a small tablet.
Hey, just make sure you bring a tablet with you. He literally just he takes the legs off the table.
He pulls the LED off the wall, man.
I don't do that.
He bought a 55-inch touchscreen TV.
Yeah.
Once upon a time, we used to work at the soccer club together. One was a president for a small period of time. The other one was a treasurer.
Who was the president?
At that particular time, because I've done all of those too.
It was
He's
me.
talking about he was president.
And he was the treasurer.
Yeah.
And every time we needed to delve into issues and solve issues,
Mate, this thing's done a lot of work.
my late mother's wall unit would come.
Yeah, but you know why? He would literally just go into Chat GDP. Was it Chat GDP?
Yeah,
How to fix soccer club. Hey guys, I come with a solution.
You don't ask Skynet for advice. Do it yourself.
My God, that's
mate.
not even ergonomical, man. That's you do your wrists just picking it up.
It's
there.
like a notebook, there.
No, because I use a tablet for work, man. And my tablet's like maybe 2 of them or 3 of them, so like that, like maybe 2, you know, that, and get the job done. That
Anyone that knows
It's
him,
not called pro for nothing, mate.
exactly. Anyone that knows him, middle of the rung when it comes to technology and this stuff, forget
Mate,
it.
this guy,
It has to
technology and not a scratch on it. Like, look how immaculate they. Like, I mean, you look at your tablet, you'll see like scuff marks on the case or the.
What are you talking
Mate,
about?
it just came out of a box.
What are you talking about? He armor rolls it as well.
All right.
I'm with you on the size thing, right? I remember. Do you ever see my Sony Vaio, the massive? I bought it in 2009, right before I went to Europe.
You're talking about the laptop?
Laptop.
Yeah.
It was a Sony Vaio. It was an American model. It was legit, like it was huge. It was like this, yeah. And I used to do media on it, so I needed like a bit of balls behind it. It was like buying a gaming PC, and it was fucking massive, man. I remember being on a plane, flying to like I don't know. Actually, we would have had it going to Germany, I think, Germany or Holland. I'm just sitting there with it in the seat, and I'm just doing whatever I'm doing on it. And this air stewardess came along. She's like, "Oh, it's so big." And I just looked at it and said, 22 inches.
Man, do you want to hear something funny? Man, I went to Tassie 4 weeks ago. I was gone there from Sunday to Friday. Man, so I thought, like, you know, it's 2024. You don't have to remove all your electronics out of your suitcase and bags. Yeah, no, you still have to at some Like Qantas,
depends.
at Qantas you do, but
You
at,
assumed.
yeah, I assumed. But
Laptops you have to.
Qantas you can, but the main one you don't. So anyway, I go there. I rip
Isn't
out.
Qantas the main one?
Yeah, no, but there's a main one, and Qantas have their own.
I think you're thinking about Jetstar.
No, Qantas have their own, and then there's everyone else.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
and what I rock up there, I rip out a laptop, a tablet, a Nintendo Switch, a phone, my PlayStation 4.
You took a PlayStation 4. Are you fucked?
And
Yeah,
you have
man.
the nerve to talk about me.
What is this?
I didn't know
Why would
this.
you take your
And I'm looking at the
You're
Nintendo.
fucked.
Yep, mine. But
No
you have to put
jocks, no socks.
Literally,
No- no
it was
toothbrush.
one by one. Yep, mine. They're looking at me like, are you serious?
Are you for real there?
He goes, how long are you going for? Oh, just 5 days.
I get the stare because I pull out the tablet and then 3 phones. So they're like, all right.
I
time
bought
for
2
a
gaming
random
systems,
check.
man.
You're fucked. You got more points if you took like a Mega Drive or something.
Oh.
You know what I mean? With an axle cable, like a coaxial.
The coax just dangling out of the suitcase. Mate.
Well, like even now when you just pick that up, I got more perspective because it's like you actually got it in front of you. That is not ergonomical. That is a computer screen.
Yeah, legit.
It's the best, man. It's the best.
That's a dining table there.
Yeah, it's
You can
pretty.
look at the Declaration of Independence on one screen.
Literally, man.
Size 14 font.
That's the best.
You know,
you had it.
Do you know there's something called the
I
TV,
bought it
right?
for,
Yes.
since I was at Optus when I left. So it's at 19.
19? Was
Yeah.
it like badass then? Like top of the line sort of stuff? Or?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, then
So, man, that's like 4 years, almost 5 years old.
Yeah.
Far out, man.
it still looks new.
Yeah, man. Look, it's
It'll be a
immaculate.
marketplace by the end of the night, man.
Nah, it's stay with me.
Oh, that's
Fucking hell.
quality, man.
Anyway, what was I going to say to you? Yeah, you said ChatGPT. You know what
Yeah.
I said to you about AI and that
Oh,
thing?
yeah.
Yeah. I know we touched on it, but
But
have you heard those tracks? Did I send them to you?
so there was only one. No, you didn't send it to me, but
All right.
I think we dabbled a little bit on some.
Okay, no. I'm going to ask the
So
question.
then, hang on. Before you go there, I think we dabbled on Frank Sinatra singing.
Yeah, we played that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you understand how it works?
So
though?
pretty much now with AI, you can make anything sing anything. If that makes anyone sing anything. So pretty much it just. I mean,
No,
the world's.
it's-
The,
Yeah, but that's the same as deep fakes.
hang on.
Well, that's pretty much-
from a
Yeah.
video perspective.
All right, I'm going to find this.
It's all
right.
artificial, everything.
Hang on.
yeah. It's
Do you know how music song AI works? Like when they take an artist and then they AI it with new lyrics and stuff?
Yeah, first they synthesize the voice so it sounds like
so pretty much
The artist?
they extract the voice, pretty much how he sings. So he would like literally grab like all the letters and then like kind of use that and make totally new
yeah, no,
songs.
I get how they do it, but it's not like they're patchworking existing. Okay,
No,
think
no,
of
no,
it in
no,
the
no.
analog days. It's not like the
No, no, no,
you know when you cut up bits of newspapers and put something together. They actually have it synthesized so it's got its own.
Just reminds me of you turned me on.
Hello, Smithers. You're quite good at
Turning me on.
Yeah, so then they just tell it to do anything. All it needs is the lyrics and the
All right,
song, whatever.
Let me
and it'll-
explain.
Yeah,
Because I
go.
thought it was like that. I thought it was like just taking the audio file and then just slapping the words in and then it would formulate, right?
Yeah.
I watched a bit of it online and I got a better understanding of it. So it gave me a bit more, it gave me newfound respect for the art, right? AI,
So you're all for it.
let me explain. Audio
Ooh.
AI in the last 2 years, right, has gone, technology, like it just leaps and bounds, yeah? Like you have the first steps and it's like, what are we doing? Then like a year down the track, it's like, oh my God, this is incredible. I'm going to play you this track. I'll just play a bit of it. I heard this album, when I first moved when I was moving into my apartment, like 2 months ago. And that's why it stuck out to me. So like because I didn't have anything set up. So all I had was my phone and then I just set up a Bluetooth speaker that I just bought like literally that day. And I was listening to this on repeat because I was fascinated by it. All right. Listen to this. This track features Tupac and Nate Dogg, right? Doing, vocals. Okay. It's insane. Like absolutely insane. And you can't tell. Like it's just, hang on. Check this out.
This guy obviously died
96.
96.
Staring at the walls in this four-cornered room at night. I cannot sleep, nigga, I'm about to lose my mind. So many battlefield scars to end up behind bars for some shit I never did, cause these bitches at my scars. I'm a thug, not a rapist. You might hate this music, but I ain't the one to blame. So let's face it, you made us this way from the cradle to the grave. And we're tired of being slaves to a system that hates us. Dictates what to think, you spend it last daily, and then you wonder why we can't trust. It's evident they keep us intoxicated and dumb. Little nigga rich for the book and put away your gun. And we might soon take the fight through the White House. Give them a piece of a mind and put their lights out. And as we walk up, they watch and discuss, cause they never give a fuck about us. As I sit, staring at the walls in this four-corner in my four-corner room.
Alright, I'm just going to say, you know Tupac and Nate Dogg.
Yeah.
Could you tell the difference?
Especially Tupac, no chance.
And this...
So, okay, hang on. Is this even the words AI generated, or is this just you put in the words and it generates...
So, that's what I want
and
to
the beat,
explain.
and the beat as well.
That's what I want to explain here, alright? So let's take this album, for example, right? Dude, we'll pick another track, like, at random. Hang on.
So they actually made a full album out of...
This guy did, yeah. He's also got... He's got tracks with, like, with DMX as well, who passed away, like, 3 years ago.
Shit.
Right? Listen to this, man.
Yeah, forget it. No chance. No chance.
That's it. Like,
But can you classify this as original, though?
okay, so this is what I want to... This is what I want to talk about, all right? Because at the start...
It's original, but it's not genuine Tupac. That's
No.
two different
Well,
things.
it's not even genuine.
This is the thing. All right, when I was like, okay, I get what the technology is doing, right? Where does it sit in, like, let me, because, like, you got to remember, I made music for like 20 years, yeah? So I hated the idea of people. I got my music ripped off and I cracked it. Like, people took my beats and shit and recorded over them, didn't give me credit, and it's like, man, you're stealing my shit. So I had to figure out.
Was it Jojo Shalla or whatever her name is? Jojo
Siwa or something?
Sawa? Yeah, isn't she like
Sawa, yeah.
she's doing the same thing?
I don't know. So somewhere like a year or two ago, my brain had to figure out, all right, where do I slot this, yeah? And originally it was like, okay, let me put it in the remix department, because I used to make remixes, right?
It is a remix.
It's not.
No, it's not a remix.
Dude,
It's not a remix.
No, it's not.
Because, like, listen, I made genuine remixes, right? Where you had the vocals of the track, and then you took the original, and then you, like, worked the beat, reworked the beat.
All right.
Then I had blends, where I will take the original vocals, and I will take an original beat of a different song, and then combine the two.
I'll tell you. You finish up, and I'll tell you why I
Okay.
think it's a remix.
The reason why I think this is not a remix is because in order to make this, right, this is why this album resonated, right? The producer, right, this guy, Dope Funk or whatever his name is, right, he, first of all, he created the beat, okay? And he made the beat 90s era. So it sounds like it was made in 1995.
But he said, in the AI, I want
No.
90s.
He produced it the way I would produce a beat.
Oh, so he
made
produced
it.
the beat.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's not AI.
No, so he's
Okay.
recorded the instruments, he's done everything else, and he's made it to suit the era of the artist that it is. So it's not
Yeah.
like a house beat, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, number two, the way AI works in this level is that you record, first you got to write the lyrics. So this guy, if you listen to the lyrics, they are Tupac-esque lyrics. They're not like he's cramming, new lyrics down someone's throat.
Yeah.
They are literally of his era and how he would word and his
But the
wordplay.
key is he wrote them from
He wrote
scratch.
Wrote them from scratch.
That's right, yeah.
All right. Then, so he studied the artist to understand the artist and write in his tone. Thirdly, he recorded his own voice, rapping these lyrics to the tone and flow of the artist that he's trying to emulate. Right. So he's understood the cadence, the word, all that.
Keep the word emulate.
Hang on.
Keep the word emulate there.
Then he's layered the artist's voice over it, like all the AI element, and then he's worked it and tuned it to get it as close to original cadence as possible.
Yeah.
That isn't just like hit two buttons and shit out a thing. That took time, man.
And that
So-
takes different appreciation. Yeah,
So
100%.
this is how I understand it. For me, it's more of a tribute to an artist's work, wanting to maintain that artist's spirit and message alive as they go. And
That's what I would have.
You know what I mean? It's a tribute, man. It's like seeing a cover band do a
100% a tribute. 100%. But, dude.
Why are you taking it so personally? You can say it really correct.
No. Because how I you know what? The only reason why I was aiming, the only reason why I was saying remix, or even, I guess, because you call it, you literally call it emulation. No, you call it emulation, but you're literally pretty much using an original artist's content. When I say content, his voice is pretty much his vocals, his style, what he's created, the way he raps is Tupac's. No one else's.
How is that any different?
You could call that a copy, emulation, tribute, all that. But I wouldn't call it a remix.
No.
Because a remix is
now hang on.
But now that piece of art, and then you're tweaking it.
But the thing is, now that he's explained it,
however you tweak
now that he's explained how this guy actually did it, it's totally different. I called the remix, I guess, before I knew what he actually done. He didn't go into, like, again, ChatGPT, I want to make a rap song out of Tupac for 4 minutes 25 that has a 90s feel. Enter, and it'll spit this out. That's when, like, this guy actually put some thought.
Why,
you know what I mean?
I say, why does this not deserve a place when every song that you hear on the radio, they're interpolating an old beat from the 70s, 80s, or 90s?
Oh, yeah.
We're in 2000s now. We're 20 years. The sample clearances are cleared up, so 20 years on now. You know what I mean? Like, you can hear Darude Sandstorm.
I'm sampling. Stealing.
You know what I mean? How can that be respected?
As in the wheel.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
The grinder. Yeah.
How
in the
can
wheel.
that be respected any more than what this is? And this took genuine work, man. And you have to understand the artist back to front.
Now that you've explained how this guy did it, it's a totally different ballgame.
Yeah,
this is probably 90% original with someone else's voice.
I agree with all the tech, the work, the effort, and everything that you're talking about. The only two other things is what's the motive and what are you going to do with it? Do you know what I mean?
Well, it's art.
Yeah, but are you gonna fob it off as?
Oh, he's saying AI Tupac there.
Do you know what I mean? That's the bit. That's.
Are you talking
so
about
you're doing it? But what's the point of it?
It clearly.
Are you talking about how it identifies itself in terms of its?
It's like some people might go, oh, I've found hidden long lost fucking tracks of Tupac. You know what I mean?
So here it says this is in YouTube. Yeah, you can download the whole album off YouTube, right? Produced by the guy and written by the one guy, produced by two people. AI voice models: Tupac, Nate Dogg, Aaliyah, Tank, Snoop, Dre, Game, 50 Cent, Scarface, DMX. Right, so a third of those artists are no longer with us. These songs were created with the help of AI technology and do not represent the thoughts or attitudes of the imitated artists in any way.
So that's the disclaimer there.
Yeah, literally disclaimer.
So it's original work in a tribute format.
Correct.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it.
I don't see anything wrong
This is
with
just a tribute. I don't believe me.
Jack Black's actually got a good voice, man.
Man, he's coming. Oh, man.
yeah.
He's got a very good voice.
He's just a great in everything, man. He's a legend.
I'm just making a point. It's like, okay, think about a cover artist, yeah? Take Kiss Destroyer, for example. Seeing as you heard about Kiss, yeah? You know who they are.
This is the guy that trains in Kiss socks.
only Kiss socks.
Kiss socks.
Just think about the tongue to
He comes to a gymnasium dressed in Kiss socks.
If you want a pair, I'll give you a pair, man.
Enough said.
I'll give you a pair. I'll sign it too.
I'm having a look at this shit, and I'm thinking, what the fuck is he wearing?
Hang on, okay. My biggest question is you should be training and not look at my legs.
How can you not avoid looking at a ridiculous pair of socks?
Actually, there's a question. I've got a mate I go to the footy with, and he cracks it when he sees, is it Harry Mackay? When he sees his choice of boxes, it's got like...
Yeah, I've seen him.
Yeah. And he always cracks it. He goes, they're not like, you can't wear them to play an aggressive sport. Like, it makes no sense. How do you feel about that?
No, it's personal choice when it comes to that.
I'd say it just because I'm picturing all the 80s units at Muscle Beach wearing like pink fluoro. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Oh, forget it.
They're wearing the short shorts with their nuts hanging out.
Yeah, with the kiwi fruit hanging out.
Hang on, man.
Look at
You
Warren
mentioned
Kappa.
wrestling earlier.
Yeah.
What about the Randy Macho Man Savage and all the other guys? They used to wear, fluoro stuff and Ultimate Warrior and...
But that was wrestling. That was cool.
Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan.
yeah, but that's my point. They're showing off,
The physique, yeah.
I'm just picturing Val Venus coming in this towel.
So
hello,
they're all
ladies.
showing off that. So what's he showing off? His socks?
It may be.
He's showing off his socks.
It may be.
Yeah, correct.
Forget it.
By one of the greatest bands of the world.
Forget it.
Well, hang on. How much thought do you
Yeah, hang on a second. There's socks out there. Hang on. There's socks out there with bloody bananas, pizzas, and all that shit. And now you can get Golden Gay Time socks. But this guy's, I've got Kiss on my white normal socks.
I think he's questioning your choice of socks. I think he's questioning your choice of socks
In that environment.
When you're doing it.
I'll do it when I do it. How I want to fucking
wait
do
a
it.
second. Now you're touching something else.
Which is the same
please
as what
do
you
not touch
mentioned
anything.
about the boxes at the footy.
All right. How ritualistic are you when you go to the gym? You have to have like the same meal, the same music, the same clothes when you go?
Nah, man, I just wore Kiss socks that day, and this guy caught it, and he got excited, man. He got excited.
No, pretty regimented.
Yeah? Like you have a standard uniform, you have a standard mindset when you go in, yeah?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Even if you wear it up, inside out.
Pretty
You're fucked. What are you talking about now?
This guy rocks up, George, the tags in outside.
I came with a gym top and I wore it
inside out. Literally.
So what?
What do you mean, so what? Because I want to bring it up live.
No, you don't need to bring it up. I wore it that day and I'm in my tiasu.
Okay, hang on, wait a second. You're getting your jocks tied in a knot because he spotted your Kiss socks at the gym, but you're calling him out for wearing a t-shirt inside out.
Yeah, wearing Kiss socks and wearing clothes inside out are totally different things.
It's like he wore a suit backwards, man. It was a t-shirt.
He probably would have.
He
would have had his Kiss wedding. George, you're wearing the suit.
It was a singlet in Malacca. What do you think it was? Not socks.
Listen.
Not with Ace Frehley's glosser hanging out.
To top this off, there was a time at Malvern, the club that we're talking about.
Yeah, here we go.
Where,
it's all coming out.
The uniform was taxi driver Vogue.
Oh, God.
With the chambray.
Taxi driver Vogue.
Oh, yeah, with the chambray shirt, the black slacks, and the black loafer shoes. Am I missing anything?
Oh, hang on a second.
Taxi driver Vogue.
Yeah, like actual taxi driver, not Robert De Niro style.
First my brain went to Robert De Niro. I'm like, no, wait a second.
No.
And then he started saying the shirt.
Yeah.
You remember the old taxi driver that used to wear the shirt?
Yeah.
Remember?
Like he was in the army.
Correct.
Yeah.
I never understood that. Why did Cavies
I know, man. Stars and they literally got the stripes, man.
Black pleats and wog tappers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that used to be for was it only 1 year or a bit more?
Possibly two.
Well, we had a guy at the club who was really into that, and he wanted to enforce that as a bit of a uniform
For who?
For a bit of discipline, and
in terms of the representation of the senior component of the football club.
So who had to wear it?
the staff and the players.
The players as well.
Players as well. Shirts.
You know how you rock up to games with the polo and, you see how this particular gentleman, can I name him?
No, don't name him because I've got to set it out.
But I'm pretty sure he knows who he is, and I'm going to make sure he's going to listen to this. Came up with this harebrained idea to wear
Why is he falling apart, man?
Black pleats.
Because I've got photo evidence.
a taxi shirt.
Keep that in mind.
And wog tappers before a game. And to coach a game, off the coach's bench, in Lusby, in mud, wearing this shit.
No shit.
Why would you do that?
Good question.
All right.
I get the suit and, but that's the Premier League, man.
Hello.
Ferguson. This guy acting like Alex Ferguson.
Hello. We're going to get...
As far as I'm concerned, the standard coaching attire is either the trackies with the big puffy.
Just anything like pretty
much what he's wearing. Yeah.
Pretty much.
Or the suit, because you're that serious about it. You know what I mean?
But not a trenchy, something serious.
We've had a suit on the bench as well.
Hang on. George, if you want to go down the path of socks, all right?
Oh, my God.
Here we go.
If you want to go down that path, and please correct me if I'm wrong, but I've heard that there's photographic evidence that someone's worn a Sunday dress.
No, I don't think it was a Sunday dress.
I'm not asking you, Andrew. I'm asking George. I don't know what you do on your weekends, but
it's called selective memory.
He's not denying.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
I rest my case. What was it?
You rest your case? I thought that was his figure of speech. Case closed.
Case closed.
At the end of the day, what's done in Vegas stays in Vegas.
There's proof there. So this guy's giving it to me for socks. Come on, man. Anyway,
It's like him when he rocks up drunk on a Saturday at a gym session.
Go.
Drunk.
How are you this Saturday, mate? You feeling better?
Bit fruity.
Yeah,
Bit
correct.
seedy.
What do you mean?
But, mate, this guy, talk about booze hound.
What?
This guy should be called the booze hound.
Nah,
Yeah, on a
George.
Saturday morning after the
He's
Friday
taking
night.
titles, man. He's taking titles.
no. Crap.
Hey, are you having a few drinks tonight? Nah, mate. Nah, I'm going to
Keeping it
drive.
sensible, yeah.
He messages me at like 10 o'clock, 11th drink. Let's not go, let's go more than that. So anyway, going off
moving
topic.
right along.
But look, going back to this, look, I think if there's workmanship behind it, you can't classify it as AI. You know what I mean?
It is AI because it's a trainer. It's a vocal
No,
trainer.
but I'm saying,
Or one big one.
He
got a
likes a small one. Give him a small one.
judging him on the water, man.
yeah, man. Fuck this there.
That's decent.
Do you want a big
That's
one?
decent. No, it's fine.
Do you know
man.
why? It's because do you know why I bought these? Because
What?
people open the bottles, they take 2 sips, and they end up staying there.
totally agree
pisses
with you.
me off.
I've
Yeah.
bought these little
They're
ones
never
before
invited
as well.
again.
That's when you have a that's when you have a house party and all you do is you're picking up three quarter full cans.
Oh, don't go there, girlfriend.
Girlfriend.
Pisses me off.
Yeah, nah, man. Anyway, AI, you were saying.
Yeah, look, if there's workmanship behind it, but if you're like literally twerking a voice to make it sound like someone in particular as a tribute, I see that's fine.
Okay.
But if you're going to go in, and I'm not sure how far technology's gone and how far it will go, but I want a song that sounds like Kiss from the 1974's, goes for 4 minutes 23 and enter,
Okay,
and it just spits something out.
Understanding what goes into the work of, say, this album here, yeah? Right? 2 people literally made this album.
literally, dude, but 95% of it was literally human creation.
Yeah.
And he altered a voice to make it sound like
What
someone.
I'm saying is, you've got cover bands like, say, Kiss Joy or whatever, right?
Yeah.
They get paid to squillions, but what are they doing? Nothing. They're literally trying to imitate the original
Yeah,
artist.
but they're not trying to say the Kiss,
That's right.
or they're
But
trying to
but
be...
they're using the same
the
intellectual
same songs.
properties.
The same songs, yeah.
This is actually original material.
That's what I'm saying.
But
It's
that's
totally
why
different.
I said that the key about motive and what you're going to do
Yeah,
with it.
correct.
See, he, as you rightly pointed out, he clearly says there, yeah, this sounds like Tupac and all that.
Yeah,
but
100.
I'm admitting
I'm actually
that
saying
this is
I'm
how
all
we
for
did
it.
it. It's not, we're not pretending it's
Yeah.
them, etc. You know, it's different if he portrayed it that it was actually him, etc. Then it would be what you're thinking of.
Yeah, but there's
they're
so many
trying to-
things. Like, say, for instance, now, we're in the topic of 90s rap, right? I mean, even if you go down the 80s metal scene or whatever the case may be, there's a lot of bands coming out these days, or rappers, or, whatever you want to call them, that are, trying to push out this 90s sound of rap or 80s sound of metal.
Why is that?
Because they appreciate the music back then, but it's their own material, their own voice, their own everything.
They're taking that style because they know people like
Correct.
it.
Mate, if this
So
guy
go,
released
here's
it-
my version of.
But if
that
this guy
style.
released it without the AI of Tupac, mate, it probably sounds sick by itself.
Oh,
mate.
yeah.
Like, that beat was pretty cool.
Yeah, but that's the
you know.
novelty of it, what he's done. It's about he's added that to,
Correct, but you know what, man?
He touched
can
on 80s metal or bordering
problem
metal.
is-
what, bands like Slaughter?
God, here we go.
Here we go.
Mate, these guys had an agenda. They've had
Here
an
we
agenda
go.
written, and they've literally gone through it. They're checking the boxes.
Here we go.
You look angry. You look annoyed. He's pissing himself laughing.
Here we go.
He's going red there. He's literally going red.
Slaughter, septic flesh. Cannibal corpse. Cannibal corpse.
What about...
No, look.
They are sick
We're talking about uneducated people about, music.
Absolute sick puppies. Both of them.
We were having a conversation. I can't remember where it was. And obviously you're familiar with Slaughter, right?
Yeah. Cannibal Corpse out of all those bands.
That evolved out of a conversation. So we were talking about some stuff and, and then Georgie heard Slaughter. Thought, Slaughter?
What's this Slaughter?
Who the fuck's Slaughter? What the fuck's Slaughter? What sort of name is that? He had connotations of, like
Napalm Death style, whatever.
Extreme metal type thing. I go, man, if you knew what Slaughter was, it's like fucking Poison or, they're just...
Yeah, let's have it. Give me a song. Give me a song, any song. Give me the name.
Fly to the Angels.
Up all night.
Up all night. Fly to the Angels. Fly to the Angels.
Up all night. Here we go. All right, let's have a listen.
Slaughter. Was this Slaughter?
Wait to hear his voice. Okay, give it a bit.
Push it forward.
See? Totally not what you thought, yeah?
It's Bon Jovi, yes.
This is glam, man.
Yeah, man. But the band's called Slaughter.
But what he thought, when he heard Slaughter and he used to give it to us, he pictured Cannibal Corpse.
But
so I go, yeah.
Exactly.
But the guy's name's Mark Slaughter. That's why he called it Slaughter.
Is his last name actually Slaughter?
Yeah, that's his actual name. That's why.
Wouldn't you change your name by Depol? Seriously. What's your name? Slaughter.
So then, after we were talking about that, we're trying to explain what they were. We go,
Mr. Slaughter.
Oh man, you want to know about that sort of extreme?
Oh.
Get into septic flesh. Get into Cannibal Corpse, and then we topped it off with get into Rotting Christ. And he's
I was actually listening to Roddy Christ the other day.
what the fuck?
I've got two songs on my iPod from like literally 2001 or something, man. When I first got into
They were here not long ago.
Really?
Yeah, random. Huh?
Yeah, I had a mate that knew the lead singer.
Yeah.
I can't remember. They still make music.
Yeah, they are.
Really?
Yeah.
And they big? Well,
Yeah, man, in the metal scene they
just
are.
like a lot of the bands in that sort of thing, it's more the shock factor. Like in the 70s when Alice Cooper came out, it's the shock factor.
Yeah, good George.
Whereas
He's gonna walk off.
Their music, it's more, we're not into religion. We believe more in pre-Christianity and all that. Old school Greek mythology and all that. That's the difference. And the whole Roddy Christ or whatever, that's just shock factor. And it works on you, I can see.
I reckon you've had your prostate managed too much. I really do. I really believe.
You like this?
Exactly. Not one finger, two.
Hang on, wait a second. What would you listen to if you were in the car and you had 20 minutes before you got to someone's house?
It's easy.
What? Straight away, like it's the heaviest of the heavy, man.
No, go.
What would I listen to?
Yeah, legit.
I know.
Go on. What would I listen to? I don't. There's a backdrop to that as well.
Okay.
And it's all to do with the what happens with the alcoholic beverages and and the ramifications around.
These soccer nights are getting wild.
Or
tappers,
male stripper.
Shabby shirts.
Oh God!
Getting off tap, drunk.
Male stripper.
Male stripper. Oh my God!
Male stripper.
Oh my God!
male stripper.
Oh God!
Is that a song, isn't it? Male stripper. That's right.
It is. It's
Mate,
all.
we're talking about these guys, we were born in the 80s. These guys lived the 80s, man.
and it was a great era.
This is what we're looking for. This is what we're looking forward to, Dim.
Messes.
Where do I sign?
It was a great era because there was no rules. And the beauty about the 80s for me was whatever you did the night before, you held it in your memory.
Yeah.
It was never revisited.
Oh yeah, we never had, obviously.
This sort of stuff was never revisited, and it sort of creates its own legacy.
And they even said, I think there was a nightclub in Hollywood. What was it called?
Studio 52.
No.
54. Sorry, 54.
But that
So there was a
the 70s.
nightclub. You'd know it, man. You'd know it. Cat House.
Yeah.
It's original Cat House. The only rules were no cameras, no videos, nothing. Like, there's nothing because there's so many famous people do what they do, and they can't have any evidence whatsoever. But that's what the 80s was, man. Like, I mean, you know.
It was
debauchery.
That's why they say it's the most decadent decade.
the other part as well was that when you went out to party.
That's why you were going out. Yeah.
You went out to party. Today, and look, yes, we're a bit of a dinosaur, I get that. But the feeling that I get, and I see it through my kids and my kids' friends, there's a lot of people that go out there and they're very angry.
Why is that? What do they go out for then? Like us, we knew me and you went out.
That's a very good question.
Mate, we're going to have a fucking ripping night. We're going to have a few drinks, and like not worry about what happened at work or at home. Whatever.
I don't know. If you ask me what the concept of going out is these days, I don't know what it is because it seems to have lost its spunk. You know, we would look forward to...
That's a word I need more of. Spunk.
We would look forward and it would probably start from probably a Wednesday evening onwards.
Thursday uni.
There was always something on from Wednesday night.
Sometimes
I
went 7 days a week.
Yeah, I know that. I know. But, you know, somewhere like Lasers would start on a Wednesday night.
My clubs were named the best back then.
billboard.
Just simple.
Yes.
Lasers, Chasers, Viper. Just straight, staunch names, man.
Drug names there.
Yeah, man.
Viper.
Cocaine,
White
ecstasy,
Charlie.
LSD. Like,
Billboards, Chevron, Chasers.
Yep. Melbourne Underground, Warehouse.
oh, these are like
Yeah.
clubs I
Boulevard.
would love to be at, man.
The Melbourne Boulevard, remember that? Fame, a little bit further up.
Yeah, but hang on. Is that just... Okay, hang on. Because I can tie into all everything you're saying, yeah? Because you got to remember, we're children of, like, the tech age, so we remember the time before smartphones and the internet.
Yes.
I know kids now that are in their teens that have never not known internet. You know what I mean? I remember not having internet.
I love the example of like do the symbol of being on the phone. All of us doing that.
Yeah,
But if you ask anyone born in like 2000 onwards, they do that.
Yeah.
They don't do that.
It's true.
Ask any kid.
They don't know what that means.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Rotary phones are gone.
Yeah, or that.
What I'm saying is, right, so what you're saying about the clubbing thing and going and not having, like, the phones out to record it, I think about peak clubbing era, so, like, 18 to 22, yeah, like 4 years. I'm talking about AOH, right? Peak clubbing
They're
era.
still going.
No. But like, I'm saying when we went hard.
Yeah, I know.
We only had a bit of money, but we blew it on,
Yeah.
you know, booze and
Sunday
cabs.
night gone.
Yeah.
Don't know what he's talking about there.
No idea.
I know nothing.
No, I'm just
Plead the
thinking.
fifth.
I'm thinking about the photos that I've got saved. They didn't start when we were 18, 19. They started when I was about 23, 24. That's when we all started getting phones and with cameras. Oh, shit.
Yeah, because like I mean, the cameras that we started off with were literally you can barely see a face. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
But that's what I'm saying, man. When we were peak clubbing.
The 3 phones, remember the flip 3 phones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
B3X. That was the best phone I ever had. But what you're saying is true. I remember because like most of my clubbing was done with my cousin and my friends in the north. So they're all in the northern suburbs. I'm in the southeast. So by Wednesday, Thursday, things were gearing up.
Oh, yeah.
You know, we're either going out in dribs and drabs, but then Saturday night, I remember getting ready, getting G'd up, picking the clothes out, you know, fixing up the beard or the hair or whatever.
Getting Kiss beers and watching Lamas.
No, we watched Sudden Death one.
Sudden Death before we go out. Van Damme, just to pump us up.
I remember it, yeah. I remember all that. And I don't have photos from that era. There's very few photos of us in that era. And they were taken with, like, actual cameras, not mobile phones. You know what I mean?
Because no one's going to be carrying cameras, but now, fuck.
But do you reckon the kids now that are 18 to 23, 24, do you reckon they still get G'd up the same way we did?
No.
You reckon something else?
No.
It's a genuine question.
We talked about this a while ago. The other difference is, I mean, and I know progressively from us to you, it'd be similar, but
there's obviously lapses somewhere.
So what I'm getting at is when we were going out at that age, you needed like 20, $30 in your pocket and you were fine.
Yeah, no.
Relative, yeah.
When we were 18,
We did this.
20,
we had
30
this
bucks is
discussion.
one, maybe just one
Yeah,
drink.
but this is what I'm trying to point out.
Yeah.
When we started, right? Hear me out.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Drinks were dirt cheap.
Before
Right?
the tax came in.
Dirt cheap. Inflation as well, not just
Yeah.
tax and all that. Then now you go out.
oh, no.
You need to. sell your
That's
car
why they had that-
to
and
some
that
kid
concept-
to have enough money to pay for that. But you get what I'm saying. So the difference is, it's not just that it costs more, inflation and everything's
No,
taken
most of
over.
them get drunk before you even get there, man.
That's the key. That's what I'm talking about.
Dude, you rock up to a club now. Like, I mean, we don't walk in, but I mean, I stayed next to Old Silk Road now, which is Collins. You walk past at like 9, 10 o'clock. Most of the people, they're like off. They're guns already, man,
Yeah,
because they've had the pre-drink.
They're doing pre-drinks
Yeah,
and
or
getting hammered
everything
before
else,
they
yeah.
go because of a lot of that. Whereas we never bothered doing that when we were young.
No.
We didn't need to. We just got ready and we went out.
Yeah, you know what? When we were 18, I don't remember doing pre-drinks unless it was
That's
a house
what I'm-
party.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm not saying
Yeah.
it never
No,
happened.
no.
But now for a lot of them, it's like
At a club-
it's routine. It's what they've got to
Club,
do.
you know what would happen? This is standard every week. I'd either go to my cousin's house in Preston and then we'd tram it down or cab it down to like area St Kilda, wherever the club was.
Yeah.
Or I would catch the train from Clayton to South Yarra, walk to Chapel Street, and my cousins would pick me up from the outside of Jams. By that point, I wouldn't have had any booze in that point. I get in the car and they might have a bottle or something. You know what I mean?
or a can.
Maybe.
I know.
But then
Yeah.
from there to area, it was like a 10-minute drive. It was nothing. And I remember being 18, I would have been getting youth allowance and I was working like part-time, like 12 hours a week, you know what I mean? Like the high school job. I would have been getting paid then 100 odd from the cleaning job. And what was youth allowance? Like 150 a week or something?
Give or take, yeah.
If that. So I would get belted that night, smashed, and I could drink. I could drink a lot even at that age. And I'd be shouting drinks, buying shots all night till 5 a.m. The club shut at 5, not 2 how it is now. And we'd have enough money to cab it back to either Preston or wherever I was staying. And I'd have enough money to catch a tram back the next day and the train. I'd be broke, usually pretty broke by Sunday, but I would have enough to go out, eat, drink, cab it back and train it back the next day. And I'd probably buy like a new shirt or something as well for the weekend.
We also had the Greek bars.
Oh, yeah,
Apocalyptic.
That was in the
late,
90s.
right.
They died out just as I turned 18. I'd gone to a few, but they were already on
Yeah,
the way
well,
out.
I think we
They were
went. I went
massive.
when it was
Yeah.
underage. I just,
Yeah, but I'm talking about in my younger
his eyes,
days.
man.
Yeah.
In my younger
You know the Grinch. You know the Grinch with that smile.
His eyes
Yeah,
went red,
yeah.
man.
I'm talking about where it started for me was when I was underage, but we'd go to Chase's, and what was it Tuesday night? I think?
Tuesday night.
It was $12
$12.
Open bar.
Drink as much as you like for $12.
$12. That's
How?
what I'm
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
How? How do you make money on that?
Well, it was, but that's what I'm
But
talking
hang on,
about.
he's talking about when he was underage, man. So
I
we're
was
talking
like
about-
16.
So what year was that?
Armstrong had just walked on
That
the
was
moon.
like 1943, I think.
You're fucked.
That would have been.
I can tell you,
that was
JFK was still in the White
That
House.
was early 80s. Early 80s.
from 1982-ish,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was early 80s.
When we were born.
Jesus.
$12 open bar.
Yeah, but what was $12 worth in 1982?
But that's my point. You know what I mean?
Hang on. Let's suss this out. Inflation.
Yeah.
No, because you got to get perspective here, man.
Inflation,
I'm gonna take
superannual
everything he
wages.
says for gospel. Come on, man. What is this?
Well, obviously, if you take that,
It was
into
the
account, it'd be
ratio.
more. But still, if you'll find it's not that much.
Okay, hang on. What was $12? This is a genuine question I'm putting into Google. What
Go
was
1983.
$12?
1983.
No, you said 16.
83.
83, yeah.
Australia. Value of 1983 Australian dollars today. What? Here we go. How much? $12.
Yeah.
Calculate. Is this Australian? AUD. $12. Okay. Start year 1983.
God. What's it taking so long?
Shut up there.
he's got a load of it.
Fucking load.
Okay.
This guy.
So $12 in 1983 is equivalent in purchasing power to about $45.86 today.
There you go.
So about
not even 50 bucks. Would you, if you went somewhere now and they go $50 up a bar, you'd go,
Are you
"Fuck
serious?
yeah.
You don't
Yeah.
get into a club for
That's my point.
$30.
You get 4 shots
So
with $50.
That is a very, very interesting stat that you've raised.
Yeah.
That's why The clubbing of
That's what
today.
I'm trying to say that when we went out in those days,
But that's a
it
Tuesday
started-
too. It's not a Saturday. It's a Tuesday. So keep that
Yeah,
in
but,
mind.
but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Open bar there.
What was the dress code?
Hang on, man. If someone said to you now, "Oh, we've got a bar on
Pleats,
Tuesday night,
shirt.
and it's $45 open bar," you're going to go, "Yeah, well, pick me
What did
up."
I sign? Yeah, correct.
Did you ever wear the pleats? You had to
Nah,
wear
never.
You had to wear the pleats.
But that's my point.
What did you
That-
wear to go clubbing?
Shirt and pleats.
He's wearing it now.
Wait,
Adidas. Everything Adidas.
He liked the shoes with the red heel.
What shoes are the red heel?
Nah, you're thinking of a couple of. There was only a couple of select venues where you had to wear the fucking suit gear
Correct.
and everything.
You had to wear a suit.
Yeah. Paladin and
Where was Paladin?
Yeah, I've never heard of that.
was
Isn't
it
it
King?
Paladin?
Was it King Street?
It's off King Street.
I'm going to look this up.
It's off King Street.
Paladin?
Oh, that was Paladin.
No, it's Paladin.
Is it?
Paladin, King Street.
No, Paladin just put Melbourne.
Just for Melbourne.
Melbourne Club. What was the other one? The one that Chopper Reed shot that Sammy the Turk at?
Lazars?
Bojangles.
Zars.
Lazars was another one where you had to do the
Lazars.
dress up.
Early 90s nightclub. I love the Paladin. I was going from 97 to 99.
Never heard of it, man.
Never heard
Paladin.
of it
The
there.
Paladin. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Paladin, sorry.
That's where you had to wear the three-piece suit.
That was in the 90s. That's the 90s one. Even the Melbourne Underground in the in late.
late 80s?
I think it was in the 90s.
I went into
Chevron,
the 90s.
Warehouse,
Chevron
Hellfire,
was
That's different.
Three
Chevron and all
Faces,
that was
Cat
more
House.
cash. You
Cat
just,
House.
It was just, you just...
But the Chevron was one of my personal favourites.
Yeah, I used to...
One of my personal favourites. It was an outstanding
Sunday
nightclub.
the Chevron...
I can't see
you
where
go a
this...
few
I had a Bucks party there with Vales. Vales ended up asleep on the other side of the road, and they had to go and pump his stomach out at the Alfred.
I hope he listens to this episode.
Oh, yeah, he might. Yeah.
I'm proud to say I never had to get
I
my
know.
stomach
I'm
pumped,
actually
man.
quite disappointed in us, really.
No, he had to get his...
Yeah, man.
I've gone...
Well, it's not too late.
I personally haven't had it.
Never seen never.
But I've had a few people in my time where I've witnessed that.
He was a mess.
Considering it's $12 open bar and it's similar.
I thought you were going to say $12 stomach pumps as well.
The original building was a jail.
Where?
The Paladin.
Paladin, yeah.
Yes.
It was a jail, then it became a restaurant and a nightclub. Yeah, but
So there was a small number of clubs that they tried to be elite, exquisite, and there was Paladin, it was
What the fuck were you guys doing there then?
Huh? Oh,
trying to get in.
Yeah,
trying to...
The element of wannabes as well.
The element of wannabes. I love it.
Look, to be fair, we only went there a couple of times because if it just felt too,
Brown nosy.
What about the old Matthew Flinders? Do you enjoy that?
Oh, that was mad.
Oh, located
mad.
in Melbourne's Burke Street West Police Station.
Yeah, that's right.
That's where it was.
Yeah.
Yep.
And not far from King Street, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, literally. It was built in 1889.
And if I'm not mistaken, talking about Matthew Flinders, aren't they trying to reignite something there?
Are they?
I think so.
What, down the bottom?
Talk
at
about
the-
local. Talk about local for you.
It's just around the corner.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, it used to be.
I'd love to do.
Called Odyssey's nightclub.
Oh, what a...
So
Oh, my God.
Our local was Willis Hill pub when we were kids. Willis Hill for us for the Thursdays was like...
Nick used to go there.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Yeah,
he's
there was a couple of venues
he's
in
only
the suburbs
6 years younger than me.
that they weren't pub-like and everything. They were like... People used to travel from the other side of town because they were that big. It was Lazars. Lasers in
Springvale, the old Walsing Matilda Hotel.
And
I remember that. Yeah, I remember someone telling me
and
about
the
that.
one we're talking about, Amadeus Odysseys, they were pumping nightclubs as if they were in the city or in a
There would be
suburbs.
queues of 100
I don't know
metres.
why those two particular were huge in the 80s.
100 metre long queues.
And these places are still there. Like, I mean, it's not a nightclub. Like, I'm sure that
The Walsing's
Walsing
a slum,
Matilda.
man. Have you been there?
Like, I mean, Stamo was another one, but that wasn't as good. The Stamo
I
was...
think back now, I don't know why they were so...
Did you ever go to Foster's?
Like Dandenong.
Foster's?
Foster's nightclub.
Are you serious?
Oh,
There's a
my
place
God.
called Foster's.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's like named after the beer.
Oh, I don't
Google
know if
it.
it was named
Foster's.
after the beer.
Dandenong.
Yeah.
Well, fuck.
Foster's nightclub, Dandenong.
I'm not proud of this, but I took my sister-in-law as a then 13-year-old in there, and I got her in.
13 years old.
13.
Oh, here we go.
Could be even younger.
Southern Aurora Hotel.
That's it.
Built on the mid-60s on the site of a former Steen Loco turntable, was demolished in 1990. In the 1990s. Ended on Nightclub Brawl. Foster Street at Dandenong.
Oh, there'd be plenty of those.
Oh, there'd be plenty.
That's why it was called Foster's, I think, because it's on Foster Street.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
That makes more sense. I was going to say, hang on, let's call this place VB.
Where was that Bosnian joint? Red Star. Do you remember that?
Yeah, why is that still ringing a bell? I've never been there, though.
No, that's it. It was Red Star. It was down in Dandenong. You used to go there. The Bosnians.
No shit.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you.
Reminiscing.